on the class now.
That's been the problem.
That's really interesting, because King Murphy has it in the classroom.
Ryan comes in here and he's like, we could tweak this HVAC system to go from suck to blow, or blow to suck.
That's
yeah.
Jeff come out.
Yeah. So
Like you're turning your
put that on
hand
Erin's
way.
list. See.
So we're just
Every day.
waiting for Carrie.
Okay. She had tried clicking on it, and I think you weren't ready yet.
Oh, sorry.
Just call me in for this one. Oh, I think I'm there.
Oh, this is good.
Try the link.
Doesn't look terrible. Yeah. It looks
So
like
she should be
it'd
able to-
kind of on. I hope so.
Good in now. Okay.
Practice and right? Doesn't really work well.
Okay.
They shut me in.
Gavel in, gavel out, gavel in, gavel out.
That's carrying. Oh, that might be,
Katie.
Katie.
Carrie, I get it.
I thought so. Well, yeah, she's the phone.
Oh, no, there she is. Or maybe she's both.
Here I am. Right.
Okay.
All good?
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Welcome to this business meeting of the Clear Creek School District. It is June 9th, 2026, and it is 7:42 p.m. I'd like to call this meeting to order.
Beers?
Yes.
King?
Here.
Lynch?
Here.
McHugh?
Here.
Nor?
Here. We look for a motion to approve the agenda.
I would move to approve the agenda with didn't we have a correction? We wanted to take off the emergency policy or the policies on the first read.
E1.
Yes, E1 shall be moved to the August study session.
I'll second with that change.
Okay, did you approve it?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
sorry.
yeah, we've got a motion and a second. So Carrie Ann and Marcy.
Beers?
Yes.
King?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
McHugh?
Yes.
Yes.
Say, we'll start with updates.
Public comment.
Oh,
We do have one public
Do we
comment,
have
but Katie's not on yet. Ah, she should be.
say, well, is everyone okay with starting and then when she gets here?
That's fine.
We'll make a space for her.
Okay.
She's typing hand.
Okay.
Maybe. Waiting to be invited on Google.
Is she on the study session with the board meeting?
Yes, please.
If she's not in the waiting room.
Okay.
Do you want Candace to
She
do
said
it?
yes.
Checks Carrie, she's on both. The-
Yeah.
And the phone.
So Carrie Ann, we can hear your phone, I think, picking up.
I'm muted. That's somebody else. That's the phone number
Oh.
863.
Got it.
Sorry, thank you.
Is that,
Maybe that's Katie.
does Katie's number end in a 6-3?
Hold on, I'll check.
8-5.
She's trying again.
Otherwise, we could let her join via phone.
I'm also sending it to her, so maybe we can
Okay.
just, you wanna start updates and then
Sure.
she gets on?
Alright, I guess I'm first. So this month I attended field day with Carlson and King Murphy, and it was a little misty, but the kids did not seem to notice or care. So a special thanks to Coach for putting together field day. It was wonderful to see both the schools come together, and also thank you to Sydney for organizing all of the helmets. The kids were really excited, and they loved the high school students helping them skateboard, especially the little girls, which was really adorable. I also attended both King Murphy's continuation and then the Clear Creek High School graduation. Again, wonderful to see all of our students celebrated with their families and friends, so that was amazing. And then lastly, I attended the BOCES board meeting with Jessica and Wes. We approved contracts and the budget for next year, and then Terry discussed the need to improve some of their math and reading achievements. And then Wes also shared information about the AST program coming to Carlson in the fall. So I think that kind of sums it up.
Is she on, or
She's on.
do we
Okay.
want to go there
Yes.
and come back?
Okay.
Welcome, Katie. So you'll have 3 minutes for your public comment, and welcome.
Hi guys, I was having a little bit of trouble here. Did you just tell me I can join for public comment, or am I completely interrupting? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
When you're ready.
Thank you very much. Well, I just wanted to chime in briefly. I observed the study session that y'all did a little bit earlier, and I was hearing a little bit more about this ECE playground grant, and it just brought up a lot of kind of, maybe there's a misunderstanding on my part as to what this is going towards, but if I'm understanding it correctly, this would be a grant to support the tenant at Carlson that I wasn't aware would need a new preschool space. So I think, just to step back, I was one of the people who responded to the recent survey that went out to people in the county about the district spending. And I did definitely express concern about the district's spending towards capital programs such as this. And I also expressed concern about their ability to spend well if I effectively gave them more of my tax dollars. And I think that unless there's some misunderstanding that I'm not getting about this ECE playground grant, this is kind of a prime example for me. We just renovated Carlson years ago. It just reopened last year. My child was in the wonderful, amazing preschool program there for the past 2 years. As part of this big renovation that we spent a lot of money on, to have that preschool program and have that preschool playground that is already there. So I'm just genuinely very confused why we would put even a single dime towards a competing preschool program. And even if it's in pairing with a grant, it's still money spent towards not the existing preschool program that we've already spent money on. So that's that. I would say that unless I am completely misunderstanding the purpose of this grant and this program and the even minuscule cost maybe that goes towards supporting it, a cost is still a cost, and I'm seeing this as competing with money that we've already spent on an amazing program that already exists and that we should be supporting. And yeah, that's my piece. I don't like it. Bad capital spending in my vote. So yeah, thanks y'all.
Thank you, Katie.
me.
Yes.
I don't have much. I attended graduation as well. It was really fun and always a good time, and always should maybe a tear or two. I don't know. And last night I went to the Idaho Springs City Council meeting with Jessica and Wes presented information about our potential ballot measure, and I think it went well. They seemed decently receptive, and it was a tightly packed meeting with information, so it was quick, but I thought it went well. So that's it.
Sydney.
My turn. We did the plant sale for Carlson PTA. We made over $700.
Nice.
So that was pretty fun. We have a lot of members, and we have 2 people that are stepping down that are both filling 2 roles. And we now have enough members that there is a volunteer who is interested in each role. And so we're going to be electing new officials at the next meeting. And I'm just really excited that we actually have people showing up and committed. I did go to the summer ECE open house. Attendance was pretty modest, but I did get to meet the new director, Bobby. She seems really excited and invested. And then, like I mentioned earlier, the enrollment numbers are near capacity now. So I don't know, maybe the word of mouth and basic marketing that we did was helpful. Or maybe it's just getting to that time frame. So I was also at field day. It felt like a huge success. I was able to hand out and use Denver Health's injury prevention team to do helmet fitting. So 275 bike helmets distributed there. I delivered 100 helmets to Georgetown Elementary for their field day, and those got handed out. And then I gave extra to King Murphy's preschool program, as well as Carlson's preschool program. Total of 400 helmets. G-Rock, not a ton to update. We talked about some budget amendment stuff and some summit planning stuff. Just being present in community events and in the public. Just brief overview of feedback from staff, families, and community members, and even students. Ballot measure feedback seems pretty varied, both positive and negative. I don't know that there's any rhyme or reason that I've really noticed. Questions and concerns have come up surrounding staffing and hiring, and current staff turnover rates. And again, just a frustration with how union recognition has been managed, and curiosities about how survey results get reflected in how we make our board decisions. For example, calendar approval and the meet and confer process. So updates I have.
Carrie Ann?
Hi. Okay, so after the last meeting, I was asked to review the soaring contract. So I reviewed the soaring contract and with Brent's comments, and I kind of melded together with the policies that we had just approved, and sent and just basically sent my motion to Kristen the way that we had approved it. So I'd be curious to know the update on that, where we're at with that contract. I think the last I heard was that there was a little bit of, we weren't quite there, but I also know that possibly there was a meeting yesterday or recently to get through that. So I'm hoping maybe Wes can squeeze that into his update. I met with the Mountain Water District with Wes and Aaron again today. We continue to build on the relationship, and basically today's meeting was about grant exploration and where we can get with things. And I want to say that Wes was a master class in ensuring that he wasn't the one doing all of the legwork and all of the ensuring that the folks that already had contacts were going to be making those contacts for us on our behalf and on everybody's behalf, it really does feel like it's become more of a collaborative effort, even though, we know the other side of things, but it felt good. I have had a few community conversations, and certainly, most of the conversations are on this end of the county. You would think that it would be difficult for Georgetown faction of the county to support the, mill levy and that sort of thing, because essentially they're allocated funds and they do what they have to do with their teacher salaries and that sort of thing. But they are in support of this district. This district has, and more specifically, I want to say Wes and even Tom and Mike Gass have helped bridge that, gap with the community school, and I think that's helpful a lot, and that will help us when we go to. I wanted to just point out in full transparency, if anything ever comes up, and Sydney, you had just mentioned it, but the ECE director is my daughter-in-law, so putting that out there in transparency.
Give her my compliments.
Okay, will do. Long range committee, we continue to do the work there. Their last meeting was about prioritizing the projects that are currently presented between all of the documents that they've compiled. And so I expect we'll have a conversation, but I think that we'll probably get a report prior to us deciding what kind of mill or what kind of effort we're going to go for. So I think that's about it. Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie Ann. Did city council, the BOCES. I do want to lift up that at the BOCES meeting, we shared our prospective calendars and asked for some feedback from our BOCES partners. They didn't give us direct feedback, but they weren't opposed to the layout of the 27, 28, 28, 29. Is that what we took? Or was it the next? Anyhow, the next two calendars in the succession, they end by Memorial Day. That was their biggest ask, that their families like to be done before Memorial Day. So those two calendars did.
Did you take 2932 or no?
So maybe it was 28, 29, 29, 30 then.
There's three out there, I believe.
Because we approved one.
26, 27 was approved. Oh, did you approve 27, 28 when I was
We did,
on?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so then it was the next two.
Okay, sorry.
Yes. So I don't know what version that was. Was that version 2?
Version 2, because the differences between version 2 and 3 were more district, I think, like when semesters ended and things like that. So I just picked version 2 to show them. But
yeah.
I did share the whole packet that they could look through.
Thank you.
But yeah, the biggest feedback from them was their families want to be finished by Memorial Day. So that was helpful. So as we look forward and decide on approval for those next couple calendars, just to be mindful of that. Let's see. Summer festivals have started. The summer pre-K program is up and running. I also wanted to let you all know that the scholarship process is open now too for ECE. So there are QR codes floating about, but we'll make sure that they get to our website too, so that you can apply for scholarships for early childcare. Yeah. Let's see, I've met with the Floyd Hill HOA and attended their meet and greet, and we talked to them about our upcoming ballot measure that seemed to be well received. Folks were either retired or had newborns. So, and then there was a request for a potential pine needle collection, and they were asking maybe a place on our property to put the dumpster for a weekend to collect those. And they had asked about the future site of the big giant water tank because it's already dirt rather than having pine needles all over the parking lot. But they thought part of our property would be a little bit more central and readily accessible.
Yes,
To the
I agree with that
community.
today.
Excellent, thank you. So yeah, just good conversations, great questions from folks. And then, yeah, attended graduation, which is kind of our reason why, is seeing these kids graduate and go on to bigger and, I don't know, it's amazing where all of them are going. So I know in the study session, we got to elevate them, but again, we're just so proud of you guys, everybody that is, plans for a gap year or military or college or career, and I mean, it's just exciting. So, yeah, it's only been a couple weeks, so yeah,
I know.
that was enough.
Yeah. I gave my board updates during the study session, but I was asked by Carrie Ann to give a response regarding the soaring contract. We did meet with the soaring organization this week and gathered some of their insight into the changes they asked for and some of the things that would have cost implications with changes. We reached out to Brent today to talk about it. He's in the middle of negotiations. It seems to be this time of season when he's doing a lot of different negotiations. So he wasn't in a place where he could talk to us about the contract. So he said to circle back with him. He didn't give us a time, but he said he'll circle back to go into depth conversations so that we can prepare you with a proposal with accepting the changes that the board recommended for soaring, and soaring is willing to do that, but there will be a cost associated with that. So letting you know that would be the situation, and it'd be significantly less than the 75% that was for termination of the contract, but there would be a cost addition per month.
Is it significant enough, but difference that it needs to come back to us?
I think it's important since the board has had concerns regarding the previous contract and how it was approved, that they want to have, that you all want to voice in the approval of this one. So we will bring it back to you.
So we can add
Probably
it to a July.
Get it to July. I know.
Yeah.
Or we can have approval from the president to move forward.
I'm just worried if we wait till July, we are seriously, because we haven't approved a contract yet, we are seriously impacting our summer contracts. That won't get done. Because our contract ends June 30th and we will.
And we were really hoping to get it on the agenda for tonight, but we just couldn't get it pulled off.
And Carrie Ann has her hand up.
Yes, Carrie Ann.
Well, I was just, I'm still a little baffled by the longevity of the contract negotiations. We have very strict guidelines that we have to work with, the actual laws, our policies as well. But, and Wes, I appreciate what you were saying there about bringing it back to the board, because my motion clearly accepted the contract as written, with the requirement of all of the Brent things being accepted. It did not acknowledge an increase in rates on the monthly rate or the renewal rate.
On the month, it's the monthly rate. Yeah.
No, it's the renewal rate too.
Oh, there's a renewal rate too.
Both of them.
It's on both of them.
And that just feels a little weird. Like we're not doing anything different in the contract that cost them that money. They just decide, for whatever reason that's happening. And that just feels weird. It's really, our things that we asked for are things that we can't bend on.
Sure. Yeah, and there just some clarification of wording. So that's, we want to talk to Brent about clarification. There were just some things that he wanted in the contract. So we're like, they said, can we get clarity of what exactly that looks like? Because it's been either this or that. And say, well, with this, they want to make sure that's the appropriate one that matches what Brent wants. But there will be a cost for the monthly service fee, the contract, and then there will be a renewal increase too.
Are they doing the work that they're currently not technically contracted to do? Are they fulfilling their obligations otherwise anyway?
Yes and no. They are doing some of that work. The reason why it's really important that we get this signed off on is they need to hire people to do the physical work in the buildings.
Are we paying them a full contract amount for them doing the no part of the work?
They're still we have a contract with them through June 30th. They are still doing that work. What they're not doing is any ongoing summer projects. Because they don't want to start anything and then have to transition it, which I agree with. Because we all know how the transition was in December and January. And they're still cleaning up the 20 projects that were left in December and January.
Okay, well, I guess we'll wait for the update on that. Thank you.
So it sounds like we need to get approved before June 30th. So my wonder is, do we need the whole board approval to move forward, or can we have some representatives be part of the conversation so we can get moving forward?
Say, do you know, how much more are they asking for?
I think it's gonna be pretty quick once we connect with Brent. It's just a matter of connecting with Brent.
Right. And the dollar amount is about, how much
I
was it?
think it's about $2,000 more a month. And then
How does that compare with our?
The renewal, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
I think the renewal was a 2% increase. But for what reason? Why was that added even? Why would you do that?
Yeah, because originally they were telling us that they would likely reduce their costs as they had things cleaned up.
I think they were still cheaper than the second runner-up. But I still agree, why would they do that? And then when in the interview process, they said, once they got things in the building, once they got in and got everything streamlined, that our price would go down, and then they raised it before they even, I know they're started because they're our current.
Right, they only raised it because of the changing of the contract.
See, and the changes were like, if we separated, like, that we couldn't pay them
The 75%.
the amount that they were asking.
Correct,
For 75% of the annual contract, I believe is what.
correct.
Which is, and Carrie, I know you can speak to the contract language a whole lot better than I can, but that is not something that we can legally be bound to, correct?
I don't believe that we can. I'm not an attorney, obviously, we should talk with Brett on that, but I don't like the renewal.
Okay,
It feels weird that they would increase that. The termination thing, really, when people argue about the termination thing, you're arguing about how you guys are going to divorce at the marriage level, right? And it's just to me, that's, why would you go through the prenup on that at this level? We don't know each other that well. And so for the 75% to go down to 30, I appreciate that. And even that's a little, high in my understanding of what that would look like. But at the same time, if you weren't able to get, at actual cost, I can appreciate that at least you negotiated that. But for it to go on the back end of a renewal and the additional 2%, I don't know that we can obligate the people for that.
Carrie, it sounds like I should include you. Is it okay if we have 2 representatives from the board to give us permission to move forward once we come to agreement that we meet the board's expectations?
I'm fine with that because she's dug deep into the contract and has been talking with Brent, so I definitely think Carrie Ann should be part of it, and then you as a second set of eyes and opinion and everything.
Okay, we'll try to get.
We just got voluntold, Carrie Ann?
Apparently.
I just want to meet the board's agreement.
No, I think that.
No, and I'm fine with that. And I think we can get to the end of this. I just,
Right.
it's gone off track.
Right, well, They expressed multiple times they want to stay as our vendor, so
That's it.
they're
Look.
not trying, they're
None of us want to
present-
divorce.
Right, they're just
Yeah.
presenting some concerns on their perspective.
Mhm.
I presented our concerns on our perspective, and so we just need to have another conversation with Brent to make sure that we clean up the parts that they want that part cleaned up, and then move forward with negotiations with them and say, okay, here is we need to have a meeting of the minds to say, this is where we want to be.
Well, thank you, Carrie Ann.
Yeah, sure.
Look forward to spending time with you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Good. Was that it? Sorry. All right, Jen, budget approval. We've already kind of gone through it. Are there any other, do I miss something?
I just have like 7 slides.
We're just not back to schedule.
Say, are you showing new information or just? you just
Oh,
need
there's
us-
just a pager, what you guys are signing. You want me to talk about it?
I think we've all looked at it. So unless anybody wants to look at it with Jen.
Don't be so upset, you're leaving the conversation.
Yeah, are there any other questions or discussion about the budget, or are we ready to?
You know, I think whatever she was going to present would have been on public record at a business meeting, and I think that would probably be good.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I know we want to speed along, but that's a one pager, right?
It is.
Do you want the budget
With a
resolution?
recap, a public recap, and she worked on it.
Yes.
Budget resolution.
Well, that's true, but
Sorry, I don't know initial title number, we'll see, that looks right.
It's coming. It's trying to come.
Be it resolved that the Board of Education, that the following amounts, shown in the following schedule be appropriated to each fund as specified in the proposed budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st and ending July 30th. We've got the general fund with 18 million, bond fund, 4.4, capital reserve, 2.5, building, 3.3, grant fund, 1.8, food service, 636,000, pre-K or the tuition preschool fund is 512,000, and the people activity fund, 625,000. The total all funds would be $32,126,425.
Can I show the other?
The second resolution is just going to name the funds where the beginning fund balance is going to be impacted. General fund, food service, bond, building fund. No. Those are just all the funds. Tuition fund, activities, school activity fund are sufficient to allow for the expenditures and will not lead to an ongoing deficit. That's not the correct document. Oh, there it is. Yes, it is. Just below, it names which funds are going to be impacted. The general fund in the amount of 41,000, the building fund, 3 million, as the intention is to spend all the remaining bond funds this year. And then the capital reserve fund will be impacted $5,000.
So who wants to read these two into the record?
Oh, I was just to reread it.
No, usually it's us. We make a motion and then we read it and then there's a second and yeah.
I feel like I would normally leave by this time of night, so.
I'll read the first one if somebody else reads the second. Okay, so I move to approve adopted budget resolution 26-01. Is that what we're?
Mhm.
Be it resolved by the Board of Education of Clear Creek School District RE1 that the amounts shown in the following schedule be appropriated to each fund as specified as the proposed budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1st, 2026 and ending June 30th, 2027. General Fund, $18,088,157. Bond Fund, $4,498,401. Capital Reserve Fund, $2,590,491. Building Fund, $3,305,224,000. Sorry. Grant Fund, $1,869,418. Food Service Fund, $636,296. Tuition Preschool Fund, $512,550. People Activity Fund, $625,888. Total all funds, $32,126,425. Adopted and approved this June 9th, 2026.
I'll second.
Peters,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
North. Yes.
I've already put that, I can't talk, so.
Guess I'm getting voluntold. I just need to read through the document.
Yes.
Okay. Adopted budget resolution 2026-02 or -02, authorizing the use of a portion of beginning fund balance as authorized by Colorado statutes. Whereas CRS 22-44-105 states that a budget duly adopted pursuant to this article shall not provide for expenditures, interfund transfers, or reserves in excess of available revenues and beginning fund balance. Whereas the Board of Education may authorize the use of a portion of the beginning fund balance in the budget, stating the amount to be used, the purpose for which the expenditure is needed, and the district's plan to ensure that the use of the beginning fund balance will not lead to an ongoing deficit. Whereas the Board of Education has determined the beginning fund balances in the general fund, food service fund, bond fund, building fund, capital reserve fund, preschool tuition fund, and the student activity fund are sufficient to allow for the expenditures, and the action will not lead to an ongoing deficit. Now, therefore, be it resolved in accordance with CRS 22-44-105, the Board of Education authorizes the use of a portion of the 2026 to 27 beginning fund balance for the following funds. General fund in the amount of $44,876.
I think.
What?
That number's
49.
I'm sorry,
41,876.
sorry,
No, it's okay.
41,876. Building fund in the amount of $3,205,224, and the capital reserves fund in the amount of $5,000. Be it further resolved, the use of this portion of the beginning fund balance for the purposes set forth above will not lead to an ongoing deficit. Adopted and approved this June 9th, 2026.
So moved.
I'll second.
Peters,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
North.
Yes. Thank you, ladies. All right, the ECE playground resolution. So I would like to clarify that this playground is for a tenant. Mountain Trails is a birth to age 6 facility that, while we do have some overlapping age ranges, would kind of supplement, not compete with our current Carlson program. So I wanted to kind of clarify that piece first. That, again, this is to receive almost $400,000 to help improve our facilities. The selection of Mountain Trails as a partner was a decision made back in 2018, 22, I think.
They actually aren't an assigned partner yet.
We have a contract with them, yes?
It's discussed in the contract that it'll eventually go to them, but the contract is not with them.
Like an MOU.
Okay,
It's kind of like an MOU.
yes,
It's like, that's the intent.
yeah.
Yeah. Not a bad intent.
I guess I would look to you as a board, knowing that we years ago intended for them to be a partner, and I do believe that they are going to meet their funding needs to build. It would be my suggestion that we do resolve to accept this grant. There is always the opportunity, if they are not meeting their milestones, that we could choose not to utilize the funds. But
May I make a motion?
yes, please.
Based on our earlier discussion, I'd like to move to approve the resolution contingent upon the district approving an MOU or some kind of written commitment confirming that the ECE project will commence before the playground project proceeds.
I'll second that.
King? Sorry, Beers?
Yes.
King?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
McHugh?
Yes.
North?
Yes. All right. The MOU for Colorado Adventure Guides. So are there any other questions about, do you want to give just a quick synopsis for
Yes, so
those that missed the first?
Right, the administration recommending that we approve the memorandum of understanding between Clear Creek School District and the Colorado Adventure Guides to provide outdoor vocational education and industry recognized certification opportunities for students beginning in July 2026. The partnership aligns with the district's commitment to expand career and technical education pathways and providing students with authentic, place-based learning experiences connected to the outdoor recreational industry, a significant economic sector within our community in Colorado.
I'd look for a motion to approve.
I would move to approve the memorandum of understanding with Colorado Adventure Guides.
I'll second that.
Beers?
Yes.
King?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
McHugh?
Yes.
North?
Yes. All right, our designated election official. Let's make it official. See, are you still willing? Are you still willing?
I would move to approve Jen Berrig as the election official for Clear Creek School District.
Thank you.
I will second that.
Beers?
Yes.
King?
Yes.
Lynch?
Yes.
McHugh?
Yes.
North?
Yes. All right. Superintendent Paxton. Oh, is this your list of things to do?
Yes.
So I want to thank you for this year of service. We understand that you would like to retire, and with the hope that we will then rehire you as a critical shortage para-retiree.
Correct.
So I would look to the board. So we have some goals set here for you, and so I think we are all very pleased with the work that we've seen from you so far, and we would hope that you would be willing to come back for many years.
Yes.
Yeah, some goals that we outlined were improving middle school outcomes with some specific measurements in the CCAP scores.
CMAS.
CMAS. That's something else.
No worries.
Working on our communication has improved significantly, but how do we make sure that people actually digest it? So there were some suggestions of using some bullet points. But we'll give those points to Kimberly. So improvement to our professional development and retention. We've heard that from our educators, that by pouring into them, that they would like to stay with us longer. And then we want to make sure that you're in the classrooms more. Because that's when we see you have the most joy. So I would just look for a motion to accept this man's retirement.
I just want to clarify, are we accepting the retirement or are we accepting the retirement with intent to rehire as a para-retiree?
We are only accepting his retirement. It is his hope that we would rehire him.
Do we have to amend the agenda then?
So we ran it past Brent too. Yes, let's.
That's something.
Hmm?
I thought that's what we're supposed to say.
Yeah.
I think this is okay. It at least encompasses what we do want to vote on, and even if we don't vote on the other thing, then it was noticed that it's there and that's the intent. But we don't necessarily have to vote on that.
Yeah. Tonight we're only voting on really the first portion.
And it's okay if we don't vote on the second.
To be rehired.
It hurts my heart too much to say those words, so somebody else is going to have to.
Are we, what did we decide? We are saying with intent or no?
Not with intent.
Okay, I move to accept superintendent's resignation? Retirement. Sorry, it says both.
Yes.
I will second that.
Yours,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
I just want it to be known that I'm only approving the resignation, since we didn't amend the agenda with, and I'm not approving the intent to rehire. I just want to make sure that that's clear.
McHugh.
Eh.
North.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite have that yes, but I wanted to point out to Sydney that our agenda actually says possible action items. And so it's listed as a possible action item. It doesn't mean that we have to have an action on that, if that helps you in any way.
That's fine. I just want to make sure that it's clear on the meeting minutes as well.
Right. The workers' comp insurance contract renewal. We have two options in front of us, and our amazing team has suggested that we.
So the recommendation of the administration is that the Board of Education approve the transition of district workers' compensation insurance coverage from CopperPoint insurance to WCF insurance effective July 1st, 2026. Administration believes that the combination of significant premium savings, specialized workers' compensation expertise, strong customer service reputation, responsive claims management, and comprehensive risk management resources provides the best overall value to the district and its employees.
So I would just like for a motion.
We'll make a motion for us to accept the WCA, or move forward with the WCA contract.
Correct.
A second.
Beers,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
North.
Yes. All right, under policy work, we have tabled E1, and we will come back to those in August. I would look for a motion to approve policy GBGP on second read.
Would the board be comfortable with approving the policies on all second read, or are we not quite there yet?
So I would welcome that motion too.
I would make that motion if the board is comfortable with that.
I'll second that.
Beers,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes, sorry.
McHugh,
Yes.
North.
Yes. Moving on to the consent agenda, I think that there was a request or a comment that wanted to be made about the staffing update, so I wanted to give space.
Yeah, I'd like to pull the specific staffing updates from the consent agenda. I'm happy to approve the rest of the consent agenda. The staffing updates, I just have gotten a lot of feedback about processes and procedures, and I'd like some clarification before I can continue to approve these. And then my other consideration is that this does have the rehire plan for West Paxton, and I'm wondering if that needs to be removed.
I would move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll second.
Beers,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
No.
McHugh,
Yes.
North.
No, only because I wanted to have a little conversation, but it passes. Future agenda items.
Could we put the staffing questions on the future?
Yeah, I would like to know what the concerns are, but.
Yes?
Yeah, I think we also talked about a presentation last meeting,
Yeah.
so.
I think if we could start with that.
I just want to make sure that I get done a presentation on what.
Staffing is decided.
Any other future items?
I have a couple. I think we should talk about stipends.
Or first, I guess we need to vote.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
everyone
sorry.
okay with a future discussion about staffing decisions?
Yes.
Yes. Second that?
A discussion, yes.
Yes.
A discussion, but within parameters, because we only have so much that we're allowed to discuss.
I would request to add stipend discussion. We had talked about it at our IT meeting, revamping the current schedule and, getting some parameters and, yeah. So stipends for educators that are doing other things above and beyond their normal tasks. And then,
Is there a second for that?
oh yeah, sorry.
I'll second that.
Everybody
Yes.
go with that?
And then just maybe a discussion or some continuous research about our staff that is leaving for our neighboring districts. Understanding, maybe we can get some feedback from Kristen. Did we do some exit interviews? Are we getting some feedback? What can we do to stop that? What
So
can
I
we do
did put
differently?
together a list that I shared with Jessica and Nicole that I will finalize now that I believe we have all the resignations we're gonna have. As to, this year's just a wonky year, so I kind of outlined it because I think there's like 4 or 5 employees who resigned, but then turned around and accepted other positions within the district. So they're resignations, but they're not leaving.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get all of that together and get that out to all of you.
That's all I have. Do we need to vote on it?
Yes. So you're interested in that being a future discussion item?
I'll second it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then from earlier, there was just, what are those opportunities like childcare that might help entice our educators to stay or to maybe entice new employees?
Yeah, and like, do we have policy on that? And, yeah, I don't know. I just hate to see people leaving here to go there and,
Can you share with me like some numbers, because only one person came to me and it was after they resigned. Like no one has asked.
no, I don't really wanna,
Okay,
I don't wanna do that, but
Sure, numbers.
what do you mean numbers?
Like how many staff have come to you and said that they're leaving because we're not providing childcare?
I don't
say
know.
that's just
Okay.
one example.
Yeah, it's just one example.
Okay.
I don't wanna,
You know, so what are the
Anybody-
other
If you said it was
opportunities?
like 10 people, I'd be concerned that we're not getting the message.
yeah, I don't even know if there's 10 people that
Okay.
have, yeah, no.
Um,
But I think it's important anytime that it comes up that an employee is potentially going to leave because there isn't an incentive that makes kind of sense, that maybe that should come back to the board. Like, is it possible? Instead of us losing an employee.
Yeah, or like, can we have a conversation and make sure we're doing everything, you know, if it's a value, if it, not that all of the employees aren't valued, but if it's like, you know, somebody that's a community member, you know, I don't know, I know it's out of our scope, but if there was any way that we could, you know, we always talk about retention, like if there's anything that we can do as a group to, if somebody's coming with us with an issue that they're willing to leave our district over, can we have a conversation and see, can we help them? Can we do something that's gonna entice them to stay instead of leave? If it's, you know, if they're willing to come to us with a concern, can we help them rather than just sending them on down the road and hiring and training somebody new?
Agreed, but I need people to come to me. Or to their principal.
I know,
It's
but
just
they
very
might not feel
hard.
comfortable going to you, like
Yeah,
you're
no,
their
I get
boss,
that.
so.
Yeah.
So that might be the bigger.
Yeah, we need to have I don't know if it's an advocate or a go-between that's, you know, a designated, I don't know if it's a board member, if they would even feel comfortable coming to a board member, or if it's a staff person that is the go-between with us, that it's anonymous if it has to be.
Could it be included maybe on like the meeting for, leave a section for comments or suggested improvements or,
Yeah. Just trying to think.
I think that's probably more appropriate than, you know, the other route. It just, yeah.
I'm just trying to.
But something that we can add on
Yeah.
we can stew on it for
Sure.
the month and talk about it in August and see if we have any ideas or if anybody watches and has suggestions or.
And I the part that I'm a little uncomfortable with is, as a board, we are ex parte. So if anything ever comes to the point of a real legal issue and we've involved ourselves at that level, then we have to recuse ourselves as board members, you know? And I think it's really important that we maintain our ex parte position.
Yeah. Say before we leave, we need to just schedule a time to discuss
Yeah,
whether we want, yeah.
Oh,
So I think we had some dates and times.
Yeah, I'm just.
So if everybody can get their calendars out for us to discuss options for moving forward.
are we discussing in person or virtual?
I think it's gonna need to be virtual. I know Marcy is
Just
traveling.
depends on the date though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We were looking at 7th, 8th, 9th of July.
8th, 9th.
You sent me the 7th first, but it was in a separate message.
The 8th works for me.
It would depend on what time.
The 7th, either 7:30 to 9 or 10:30 to 3:30.
I can't do either of those.
Okay, the 8th, we said from 12 to 3:30.
I could do that.
I'm available then.
I can do that.
So what time would you like to do within that?
Later is better for me.
3 talk issues.
Earlier is better for me too.
2?
Yeah, I can get through everything.
Okay, on the 8th.
The 3 items.
And this is virtual still or can be?
I'm
Either
gonna
one.
have to be virtual probably.
Karen.
Yeah, I'll need to be virtual.
You know, those are the 3 things that need to be discussed, I thought.
So a special session.
For a lot of things.
virtual.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So we're gonna talk about less, and what are the other things we're gonna talk about?
There was some other items I remember.
Is it the IT stuff or that's, oh no, they're gonna do that?
Carrie and
There was one other thing I thought.
Yeah, it was, if we had to bring back the IT contract, we could put it on that. And then there was one other one. What was the other one?
Yeah, we'll try to avoid having that. We'll try to get that done before the end of this month. Yeah, that was just it. I thought there was another item.
So you go back in your minutes and you find something else, well, add it.
Right.
Still recording.
I'll look at the transcription.
Yeah, and Michelle's gonna, yeah.
So do we say?
So do we want to split the difference between the 12 and the 3?
Oh, I thought we were doing 2. What time are we
Like a
doing?
2, okay. I didn't hear where we landed.
I'll get an invite out.
Thank you.
That's up to
All right.
you. So I can turn
Oh,
that.
8th or 9th, 8th, right?
So-
Yes.
Is it time for the motion to adjourn?
It is.
I did it.
A second.
Pierce,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Lynch,
Yes.
McHugh,
Yes.
North.
Yes. Thank you, not our longest evening together.
No, we beat the record. We thought it was